colorful port city, amazing wine, and some of the most vibrant street art in Chile. This is Valparaíso. But by the end of the day, things got a little bit weird in the metro. I started the day early in the morning. The tour I booked picked me up right at accommodation, and I head out of Santiago along Route 68. Our first stop was a free wine tasting at Rio Tinto, located in the Casablanca village. And honestly, I'm not really a wine person, but after trying the wine here, I was actually surprised. It was super smooth, easy to drink, and not bitter at all like I expect. But the highlight here wasn't just the wine, it was also the breakfast. I ordered a hot dog, which sounds pretty normal, right? But the moment I took a bite, I realized something was different. They add mashed avocado, or what they call pata here in Chile. Outside you will see beautiful vineyard views, and even a replica of the Easter Island statue right in the front of the plaza. After that, we continue to our next stop, Santiago de Vasquez, a well-known Pokemon shirt in Chile. But when we got there, it was under renovation, so we could only do a quick look from the bus tour. We kept diving for a while, and finally, we arrived at our main destination of the day, Valparaíso, a historic port city famous for its colorful house stretched along the hills. Some people even called it a candy-colored city, and honestly, it really does look like one. The bus slowly makes its way up the hill, taking us to our first stop here, La Sebastiana, the house of Chilean poet Pablo Neruda. The house was decided to look like a ship because he loved the sea so much. Now it's a museum filled with a unique collection model ships, old maps, and all kinds of interesting objects. You can actually go inside, but there are the entry fees. Just next to it, there is a small cafe that looks super simple, but surprisingly the coffee was really good, and the best part, the owner spoke Thai. That was completely unexpected.
อันนี้จะเป็นรถบัสที่เรานั่งมานะคะก็ตอนแรกนึกว่าจะเป็นรถตู้แต่กลายเป็นรถบัสที่ใหญ่มากก็จะมีไกด์ที่เป็นภาษาไทยแล้วก็ภาษาสเปนแต่ส่วนมากเขาก็พูดภาษาสเปนแต่เขาไม่ค่อยพูดภาษาอังกฤษเท่าไหร่พูดผิดตอนแรกบอกเป็นภาษาอังกฤษประมาณนี้อันนี้เราอยู่ที่ไหนก็ไม่รู้ Restaurant Moro so Lada something like that แล้วก็ไปตรงนี้เราอยู่ที่มหาสมุทรแอตแลนติกแคปโอเคนะอยู่ที่ Pacific Ocean อะไรประมาณนี้It's not real. It's not real. See, I know that. This is stone.
And we finally made it one of the highlights, Ascensor Reina Victoria, the wooden funicular that's been operating since 1902. Make sure you bring cash because they only accept cash here. The ride up is very steep, not like the ones in Cerro San Cristobal that slowly go up step by step. This one just goes straight up. Chile. But once you reach the top, it's totally worth it. This area is known for its incredible street art. Almost every wall is covered in artwork, some abstract, some with deep meaning. Walking around here feels like being inside an open-air gallery. And one of the must-see spots is the famous piano staircase, painted like piano keys step by step. Nearby is Cerro Concepción, with a beautiful church surrounded by pastel-colored house. There was even an old man singing along in the street with the ocean breeze in the background. The whole vibe was just very nice.
Part of the World Heritage, okay? In the beginning of this city, we know how it was, ¿cierto? Él sabe cómo era las colores de Valparaíso, puerto principal. Tus mujeres son blancas margaritas, todas ellas saben cada vez más. Al mirarte de rayante al lindo puerto, aquí se ven las naves al salir y al entrar. El marino me canta esta canción, yo sin ti no vivo, puerto de mi amor. El celo no placer, yo me pasé al valor.
kept walking and eventually found a wall with a giant alien graffiti, a photo spot, but that's not even a fun part. There's also a slide there. Your itinerary just stand on it and your feet slowly slide down on their own. At first I was like, is this even real? But yeah, it actually works. I little scared though, but if you fall, it's probably gonna hurt, but still really fun. You should try it. We walked around so much and we completely lost track of time and missed lunch. So we headed down to the hill to continue the trip. On the way, our guide gave us some local snacks, kind of like chocolate bars with sweet filling. The first one so good, I actually want to buy some. The second one a bit too sweet for me.
Yeah, exactly. Ya lo conozco.
Next stop, Viña del Mar, also known as the Garden City, and of course, we had to stop at the famous flower cup. Our guide said if you don't take a photo here, it doesn't count as resisting. We then drove along the coast to Renaga, a popular beach area, and since we were by the sea, I had to go order it for lunch. I ordered grilled octopus, or you can call pollo a la plancha. And whoa, portion was huge, like seriously huge. It was a bit oily, but still pretty good. Just a lot of chewing. After that, we took a walk on the beach, and in that moment, I realized I was standing right next to the Pacific Ocean, on the other side of the world. It was such a small moment, but it felt kind of special. After run, we continued to Roca Oceánica in Concón. This spot was honestly one of the most beautiful spots of this trip. A massive black volcanic rock stretching out into the ocean. In front of you, deep blue sea. Behind you, golden sand dune and green palm trees. The contrast was just perfect. Then we stopped by Museo Fonck to see something very rare, a real Moai statue from Easter Island, one of the very few outside the island. If you haven't been to Rapa Nui yet, this is the next best thing. And honestly, even just the daytime part of the trip already feel 100% worth it. By the time we got back to Santiago, it was already around 9 p.m. I decided to grab some late dinner in the Providencial area. This time, I went for something different. Arab cuisine. I ordered kafta, which is seasoned mint meal grilled on skewer, and also some cheese balls. The favorite were rich and satisfied. Kind of feel like I was still on the Mediterranean food journey. But the day wasn't over yet. I still had to get back to my accommodation around Barito, Italia. And this time, I decided to try something new. The metro is what actually my first time using it in Santiago. I've been taking Uber for the whole trip. Before heading to the station, I stopped it to withdraw some cash. And this is something I really want to mention. If you ever need to use ATM in Chile, try to use it once inside a bank. It's feel much safer compared to the ones on the street. You can really feel that you need to be a bit more careful here. After that, I head to the metro station. I tried to buy ticket from the machine at first, but it didn't work. So I ended up going to the counter and got a pip card instead. Apparently, one card can be used for multiple people. At least that's what the staff told me. So I just went with it and used it with my friend. The metro itself, I don't even know how to describe it. It definitely has its own vibe. I just let you see it for yourself and tell me what you think in the comment. Everything feel normal until we got off the train. That's when things start to feel a bit off. There was a man who seemed to be following my friend. At first I thought maybe he was just going the same way. But then we turned, he turned. We slowed down, he slowed down. We walked farther, he kept up. It kept happening again and again. And that's when we knew something wasn't right. So we make a quick decision. We stopped walking and let him pass us first. Once he moved ahead, we changed direction and created some distance. No one really said anything at that moment, but we all feel the same thing. We need to stay alert. Traveling is fun, of course, but safety always comes first. Better safe than sorry, though. After we feel sure everything was okay, we continue walking back to our area, Barrio Italia. At first, we just planned to grab some water, but somehow we end up shopping instead. And I even got a pair of sunglasses that feel perfectly for my next destination. You see this soon. Looking back, this was honestly one of those days that feel worth every single minute. From early morning until late at night. I got beautiful whales, grab food, unexpected experience, and even a small reminder about staying aware while traveling. If you are planning a trip to Santiago or want to follow this route, you can download the itinerary for free on my website, and I also have detailed travel journals for each location. If you want to explore more as for the next trip, it's going to be very exciting.